little bit of meat on the bone with the Angel Gomes stuff, and it does sound like a little bit repetitive. But what happens is, it seems like every so often a new story comes out saying West Ham are interested in Angel Gomes, West Ham are interested in Jonathan David. Of course, in case you've been hiding under a rock somewhere, both players are available on a free transfer. They both play for Lille, and they can sign pre-contract agreements right now with any side outside of France, basically. And, I mean, we've had these rumours debunked and dismissed so many times. But then, again, another article will come out saying, oh, no, West Ham are serious. West Ham are interested. So I just really wanted to put a little bit of meat on the bone, really, with the Angel Gomes one in particular. We'll talk about Jonathan David later, but it's so unrealistic, it's almost not worth discussing. But it keeps popping up and people think, oh no, we're back in for him. Let me tell you what I understand, and it's from pretty damn good sources on this. So where West Ham were was West Ham had targeted Angel Gomes as a potential signing to sign on a pre-contract agreement before Graham Potter came in. At the time, for whatever reasons, any number of reasons, David Sullivan has not been particularly involved in negotiations. So at the time, you might remember earlier on in the window, Karen Brady had taken on the negotiations for Banzuzi, who of course the young Dutch midfielder. We made a one-time offer for him. But in terms of the Duran offer that we made, we went back for a second bid for Duran. I'm talking about January here, not the summer bid. And also Angel Gomes, West Ham had appointed third parties to do the negotiating. Now, look, you all know what happened with the Jonathan Duran one, and I mean it was so bad. It not particularly what happened in January, but because of the summer, Jonathan Duran felt John Duran. I've got to get me Jonathans mixed up. John Duran felt a bit stitched up, basically. He felt that because that West Ham had said, look, we're going to get this over the line. There's only a discrepancy of sort of like £3 million with Aston Villa. Aston Villa were ready to sell. We said, look, we're going to make this deal happen. Duran felt emboldened enough to do that on his Instagram because he thought within the next 2 days he was going to West Ham. He thought there's no way he's going to be heading back to that training ground, right? The Aston Villa one I'm talking about. Anyway, we pulled out and well, the rest is history. The rest you know. He was made to feel like a bit of an idiot. And there was no way he was ever going to join West Ham again. Both him and his agent really, really annoyed. Like, we're not going to do business with West Ham. Which is not a great thing as because his agent holds some, has got some pretty damn good client list. Anyway, we pissed him off. So I don't know why we went in for him because we knew that. We went back in with January and this third party tried to make a bid on our behalf and it failed, you know that. But what the third party also did was made a bid for Angel Gomes. And Angel Gomes is not, there's been a lot, I've had to do my research on this and I found out quite a lot. So there's been a lot of talk that Angel Gomes has switched agents. Angel Gomes has never had an agent. Angel Gomes has been represented by his dad. His dad's name's Gild. His dad played all the youth levels, up to under 21 level and under 21 level for Portugal. He moved over here. He played for a load of clubs over here, low level clubs. Played for Salford. Played for a load of clubs. That's why he was over here, and that's why Angel was born over here and went on to play for Manchester United because I think his dad played for Salford. He played for Hyde. Played for a number of clubs. Anyway, so his dad was a footballer. His dad represents him alongside his brother and a close family friend. Right now, that's it. Now, what the Gomes family had decided to do was they had decided to appoint an intermediary who could basically talk directly to clubs who were possibly interested in signing him on a pre-contract agreement. Before that happened, and before Potter came in, West Ham had sent these delegates, if you want, and they made a really bad job of it. I mean, West Ham were at the bottom of the pile to the point where they said, we're not dealing with these people again. Why West Ham didn't go directly, I don't know. This is just what happened. It didn't work out. Now, since then, I don't feel at that point West Ham were that bothered. So I felt we tried to get him, but not really. Didn't try that hard. Went in for him. It was a bit half-assed. West Ham didn't make any real attempt because we didn't necessarily want him that much. But you've got to remember, at that point, Hulan Lopetegui's in charge. Tim Stighton's still here. Reading between the lines, what's happened is, and we've had this 100%, So it's not really, I don't know why I said reading between the lines, but Graham Potter's come in and Graham Potter said, I want that guy. I want it. He would be quite integral and quite important to what I would want to do. So West Ham have really ramped it up and said, I was going to say West Ham had ramped it up. I'm not doing so well recently, am I? West Ham really ramped up the interest and thought, right, okay, we're gonna have to try and make a concerted effort to get this guy, which is where the news stories have come from. But we are behind. We're really, really behind in this stuff. Fulham have put a concrete. He's had basically, there's 5 clubs interested in him. But interestingly, the one club that he really wants to come in have not come in for him yet. So he's been a little bit patient. But as I understand it, next week it's going to start to get ramped up and they are going to appoint this intermediary who's going to start discussing stuff with clubs. West Ham are still in with a chance. Before I tell you a little bit more about a bit of a teaser, it's like a moment. Before I tell you about that chance, can I please point in the direction of today's video sponsor, who, of course, are Match Bingo. What's Match Bingo? Well, it's a combination of bingo. It's a combination of bingo and football. Rather than having numbers on your bingo card, you've got incidents that happen in a game. Easy incidents, most likely. Throw-ins, take a corner, a substitution, that sort of thing. There's 15 things you need to happen on each card, and basically the app ticks them off for you so you don't have to. The first person to get 1 row of 5 gets paid out. The second person to get a row of 5 gets paid out. Full house, you get a payout, and there's also a bonus pot. At the moment, West Ham have got the biggest cash pots and the biggest prizes because of our affiliation, and we're really, really chuffed with that, and we thank them very, very much. We've had 200 winners, over 200 winners on Hammers Chat just from you guys alone. The link is in the description below, so click on that, go and sign up with Match Bingo. It is 18 and above. It is gambling, but at a very, very low level. It's only £2 per card. £2 a card. By the way, if you want to deposit £10, they give you 20. There's a number of different offers up there. Go and get your cards ahead of the weekend's action. And yeah, and if you've already downloaded it, go and check your account. You might well find you've got some funds in there. Anyway, there you go. It's Match Bingo. In terms of West Ham being in with a chance, yeah, we very much do. We're very much in with a chance of getting him. So from that point of view, the reports are true. But we got some repair work to do because there's no doubt about it. Our offer beforehand was so derisory, we pissed them off. Not only did we piss them off, we made them think that we weren't serious. In the same way that West Ham bid him 45, 50 million or whatever it was for Duran in January, looked ridiculous because Aston Villa had already turned down a £70 million bid from Paris Saint-Germain for the player. So why would they go and do that? It looks like you're not serious. It looks like you're making a token gesture. And that is very much the opinion of basically the Gomes people at the moment. They're not taking West Ham seriously. What I would say is Potter is making this serious. I think Potter's saying, no, go and do this. Go and get this done. Do it now. Which I think is, that in itself is a good thing. I think he's a really good player. I really like him. He's the type of player I really enjoy playing. Enjoyed watching play, low centre of gravity, good technique, knits the play together. And certainly one of the reports I did hear that Potter sees him as almost like a number 6 to sit at the hub of what he wants to do and dictate play. Look, when I saw him play for England, I thought he looked really, really good. At the moment, we got a chance of getting him, but it's a small chance, and we're going to have to schmooze him. We're going to have to schmooze him. What you don't do to schmooze a player is send a third party over there to have a meeting with them who are going to give them an offer that's far lower than everyone else. You can't. If you want to show you're serious, you can't be blown out of the water financially by Fulham, and that's where things stand at the moment. Is our next bid? There's going to be a round of talks next week between them and everyone. We stand a chance. We do stand a chance, but we need to up our game. Just on the Jonathan David thing, I get a bit sick of saying it. Really, I don't know where the stuff comes from that we are interested. The same thing has happened. Potter's come in and said, can you go and get Jonathan David? Well, we can try, but we're so far behind the curve. And he had a mega offer from Saudi. I mean, a mega offer from Saudi. He doesn't want to go, apparently, but so it's not just about money. Well, that tells you something. If it's not just about money, then it's about glory, and there's Champions League clubs who are in for him. Barcelona, apparently he wants to go to Barcelona. Barcelona are interested. Arsenal are interested. And there was a report last week which said West Ham are the first team to make a concrete offer. It's just absolutely not the case. So Jonathan David's agent actually lives in West London. He lives in London. So yeah, it's not, but it's not the case. He's got 7 offers on the table. West Ham are one of them. West Ham are at the bottom of the pile, and there's a load of other clubs who said they're going to make offers. It would just, I'd love to get Jonathan David, but it seems highly, highly unlikely. I think we don't really have much to offer. We're absolutely skint. We can't offer the wages that he wants. We can't offer. The irony is we were offered this guy for £20 million when his contract was running to an end, and now it's going to cost that much. It's going to cost £15-20 million to get him, because he's a £60 million player, basically. So you're going to have to pay that to his representatives, pay it to him as a signing-on fee. It ain't easy. Just on the other one, a little follow-up from Naif Gerd as well. Well, not from Naif Gerd. We did the video about Naif Gerd a couple of days ago. It was a couple of days ago now. I made a mistake. I'd stacked it to go live yesterday, and I ended up pressing publish early, so it went. It actually went up. Was it Wednesday night instead? Anyway, there you go. Hopefully, you would have seen that. West Ham have said they want to keep him. Had direct contact with the club, and they said they want to keep him. Graham Potter sees him wants to continue to play a back three on most games. So I think that's really good. I like it. I quite like the look of that defence, as long as they keep Debo. But anyway, I'd like to look at it. I think it's good. And I'm pleased to hear it. So it does seem like money will have to be generated from elsewhere. And I will tell you, because there is an offer, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that tomorrow. That really is a... If you don't know what that is, maybe you're watching this like overseas, you're just thinking, what's he doing? What's he doing? What's that noise? If you know, you know.